News Now starts now.
Welcome back. It's good to have you with us at 6 a.m. I'm Kirjan Bianca.
And I'm Kayla Dixon. It is a beautiful Monday morning, July 1st.
July 1st.
The most patriotic month, I feel like, because we have 4th of July celebrating America.
Yes, I love it. And we're in coordination.
We're in coordination.
Blue.
And meteorologist Andrew Brightman is wearing red, white, and blue. Had to one-up us today.
What's up, guys?
Always one-upping us. Okay.
Yeah, you know, Kayla, come on. I came dressed to impress today. Weather, not so much. We're already starting off with cloud cover this morning, tracking some thunderstorms, though, during the afternoon. Let's jump into our weather headlines for your Monday morning. Afternoon thunderstorms stay, and really that's going to be a theme for most of the week. Tonight, those storms do die down, and the theme for the week, sunny in the morning, and then we got to watch out for potential storms during the afternoon. Storm tracker this morning, we're seeing actually a couple, maybe heavy showers, isolated thunderstorm near Yellowstone National Park, but overall just dealing with some cloudy skies, maybe a couple sprinkles this morning across southeast Wyoming. Current temperatures already 64 in Cheyenne, 58 in Casper, 41 though right now in Pinedale. Wind's not a huge factor, as you'd expect for a typical summer morning, just light and variable across the Cowboy State. And coming up in your full forecast, I'll be breaking down exactly what you can expect this week and how long we have to deal with those storms, and also your 4th of July forecast.
AARP Wyoming is looking for nominations for the 2019 Andrus Award, the state's premier community service award for those over 50 years old.
The Andrus Award, which is named after the AARP founder, recognizes individuals who are sharing their experience, talent, and skills to enrich their communities. Only one volunteer per state or couple performing service together can receive the award each year. The recipient must live in the awarding state. The link to nominate someone will be on our website later today. Last year, Kie Borkland of Thermopolis, who is 95 years old, won last year's Andrus Award.
The state health department is warning residents to watch out for fraud and other threats from online providers promising official documents. Health officials say the department is the only source for documents like birth and death certificates. They add that of the questionable services they have found, at least 3 ask for Social Security information. Anyone needing official birth, death, or other certificate services should contact the Wyoming Health Department. And another person that could be throwing their name in the hat for U.S. Senator Mike Enzie's seat.
Wyoming businessman Robert Grady announced Friday that he decided to explore the option after Senator Enzie said he wouldn't be running for re-election. Grady says he is considering both Enzie's seat and U.S. Representative Liz Cheney's House seat if she decides to run for Senate. Grady was a policy advisor and speechwriter for George H.W. Bush's 1988 presidential campaign and later worked at the Federal Office of Management and Budget.
Gaming machines found in bars and truck stops across the state will continue to go unregulated and untaxed. That's because a legislative panel won't support a bill to create a gambling commission in Wyoming. The decision came Friday by the Joint Committee on Travel, Recreation, and Cultural Resources. And while the committee shut down a legislative panel, Republican State Senator Driscoll says an individual lawmaker could sponsor a bill to create a commission, but he says it would be a lot less likely to pass.
And the inaugural Comic-Con in Casper has wrapped up for the week, and it wasn't a disappointment for residents. About 1,500 people attended day 1 of the event on Saturday. The Walking Dead's Carrie Cahill met fans and signed autographs. There was also a costume contest and booths selling plenty of cool games and memorabilia.
We have a ton of vendors as far as comic books, toys, anything in between. Anything comic, nerd, geek related, we're going to have it.
Casper Comic-Con wrapped up yesterday with a kids' costume contest. And the City of Cheyenne and first responders want to remind you that the only fireworks legal within the City of Cheyenne are sparklers, smoke devices, and novelties. Cheyenne Frontier Days and the City of Cheyenne will host its annual 4th of July celebration at Frontier Park around 9:30 on Thursday night. And a family of ducklings are reunited with their mom after being trapped in a cattle guard. Officials saved 8 little ducklings trapped 4 feet down. Wyoming Transportation Department there, Terry Nelson, says the ducklings were too far away by reach. So 5 workers used a bulldozer to lift a section of the cattle guard, and one of the workers jumped in to grab the little ducklings. And a program through the University of Wyoming to help families with limited resources is being recognized after 50 years of service. A UW extension has provided the expanded food and nutrition education program. The programming is offered in Laramie, Natrona, Niobrara counties through the Centesible Nutritional Program. Data collected from Wyoming EFN EP graduates has shown improvements in nutrition practices, ability to stretch food dollars, and food safety practices and physical activity. Last year, EFN EP participants saved an average of close to $900 annually.
Among the largest roadwork projects in central Wyoming this summer is the reconstruction of a main thoroughfare in Riverton.
In this week's Wide Out Report, Doug McGee tells us how many highway constructions in urban areas can be challenging.
Travelers to Riverton this summer can expect to see another round of urban roadwork as the Federal Boulevard project moves north for Phase 2. After a number of weather delays in May, work is now progressing and on schedule.
Summer's going to be busy. The contractor's looking to complete the project. Their schedule shows by the end of September. The completion date is October 31st of this year. They might run a little bit into October, but everything's looking good to complete on time.
Road work within city limits often includes utility work and more contractors working in a smaller job site. Urban projects must also accommodate higher traffic volumes in limited space.
It's much more challenging in your urban settings versus rural. There's a lot more traffic, there's a lot more turning movement, there's a lot more businesses.
Maintaining access to businesses is a top priority throughout construction.
There is a number of businesses on the north half too. We have Walmart, Bighorn Co-op, a lot of other businesses down here. We have to keep their accesses open as much as we can. A lot of the businesses on this portion of the contract, they're off on some side streets, so it's important that we keep the side streets open also.
Speeds through the work zone are limited to 20 miles per hour and left turns are prohibited.
It is frustrating, I understand that, but the public has been very understanding.
Reminding you to slow down in work zones and always buckle up. This is Doug McGee reporting.
Cheyenne drivers, heads up. Hobbs Avenue will be closed between Yellowstone and Sunset Drive today for a fire hydrant replacement project. The road will be closed until July 11th. Residential access will be accommodated. And when we see injured wildlife, it's natural to want to help, but according to Wyoming Game and Fish, leave them alone. Wyoming Game and Fish says do not approach or try to capture any wildlife animal, as this can be dangerous for both you and the animal. The best thing to do is to call the Game and Fish Department. A dispatcher is available 24 hours a day and will contact a biologist or game warden in your area. It is illegal to possess most wildlife species without proper permitting. And if you recall, Mark Wells and Patrick Graham hit the road for a several-mile bike ride to raise money for Grace for Two Brothers. Well, little did they know on their adventure the weather would be a big roadblock. The Cycle for Life ride is almost over. There's a welcome home party for the guys next Wednesday, the 10th, at Paramount Cafe at 10 a.m.
The public is invited to welcome home the guys and ask about the adventure. $2,000 will be donated to Grace for Two Brothers. And coming up, we'll have your full weather forecast this morning with meteorologist Andrew Brightman when we come back.